Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy you're here. I'm happy to be here. Let's get right into your twin flame reading. But first, please be advised that I will never message you for a reading. So if you have someone or an account that's following you that is asking you if they can do a reading for you, please know that that's not me, that I don't do that, that I will always have you initiate contact with me first. So please be safe and please be aware of those fake accounts out there. So let's get right into your reading. I thought I would do some channeled messages for you from your person to see what is going on. Channeled messages from your twin flame. So that wants to come out. We'll take that one. We'll take this one too. Discernment. So your twin flame is really asking you to have discernment when it comes to what's going on in your connection. They're saying, please don't believe what may be appearing. Please know that how I feel about you isn't necessarily reflected in my actions. So they're saying use discernment when it comes to me, when it comes to what I'm doing in my life. Because even though they may look a certain way, even though they may seem happy, even though they may look like they're chilled, sitting back and relaxing, your twin flame is saying that's not really how I feel, especially when it comes to you. So they're saying, please trust in your feelings. Please trust in how you really know me, because you really know me and you really know what's going on. You know the truth. So your twin flame is saying, stick with what you believe and not what is in the surface of what is happening. Don't believe in the illusion, and know that how I feel and what I feel for you has never changed. Your twin flame is saying that there may be people around you that don't agree with how you're approaching us and our situation, but they're saying use discernment. Sorry, that's backwards because I'm filming from my laptop. Use discernment, trust in what you know. So your twin flame is saying this: I cannot tell you everything I want to say to you at this time. So use your discernment and trust in what you know about me. And don't be fooled by how I appear outwardly. Go within and connect to the truth of how I truly feel, because you really know how I feel about you. So despite what I'm doing, despite what I may look like, and you may be seeing me on social media appearing like everything is happy and fine, a part of me is, but a part of me misses you still. And there's so much that I always want to say to you, but I can't. For whatever reason, I want to tell you, but I can't. Gratitude. So these are channeled messages from your person, from your twin flame. So your twin flame is saying, I'm so thankful that you're still there. I'm so thankful that I haven't completely lost you. I'm so thankful that I haven't completely lost us. I'm happy that you're still there, even if it appears like you're not there, that you're not there in this with me. I know that you are, and I'm thankful that you're still there, that you haven't given up yet, even though probably every day you want to give up, but you don't give up on me. And I'm so thankful that you are strong in your resolve, maybe even stronger than me, but you're stronger in your resolve, that you haven't let go. So even if our lives appear that we've let go of each other, we both know the truth. We both know that we haven't given up. And I'm so thankful that somehow beneath all this, beneath this facade, beneath this illusion, I can still feel you. I can still feel your love. Woo! Channeled messages from your twin flame. This says trust, in case you can't see that. You have to trust, at least if you don't trust me, which hopefully you still do, at least if you don't trust the connection, trust in the messages that you're getting, because they're from me. So if you're seeing messages online, on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on TikTok, that's from me. Those messages are messages of love. So every time you begin to doubt, please remember to trust that somehow I am getting my messages to you, just like I'm getting these messages to you right now. Please trust in those messages that they are coming from me, through the universe, through Jade, the channel, that I am reaching you across time and space to let you know that I'm still here. To let you know that even if the ego part of me is out in the world living an experience, that the higher self of me is right there with you. There is never a moment where we are not connected. There's never a moment when we are not one. So please trust that no matter what's going on or how long it takes, because time is an illusion, that I want to be there with you. And I am there with you, as you are always with me, because I always feel you. I was so excited to do this reading. Okay, more messages. How are you guys liking this flow? Let's see what other messages are here for you from your twin flame. And then we'll get to what they don't want you to know. Not that they don't want you to know, but what they're not able to say. So this is what they're really wanting you to know. And then we'll get into what they can't say. So let's do that now. What can't they say to you? Channeled messages from your twin flame on what they can't say. What can't they say to you? What's hidden? What are the hidden messages from your twin flame? Yeah, they're staying hidden. These cards don't want to come out. Hidden messages from your twin flame. Let's go. Nine of Cups. So they're secretly wishing that you would make this grand gesture. for them. And it's almost like they want you to have this grand gesture because they want to know how you really feel. So they're saying this: I look at my phone every day hoping that there's a message from you. I hope every day that you show up in my path, almost as if by accident, but you planned it. I'm secretly wishing that you're gonna knock on my door when I least expect it, but I'm really expecting it. I really am. I'm waiting to hear from you. I'm waiting to be shocked out of my mind to have you actually show up. And the secret is that I don't even know if that were to happen, what I would be able to do. A part of me would just say, this is it. I have to be with you. And another part of me says that I would deny it and turn around and walk away, as much as that would kill me to do. I look for you wherever I go, and I expect to see you, and sometimes I think I see you, but it's never you. And the secret message is, I always want it to be you. But again, the secret message is, I don't know what I would still do. If we were in a different time and space, I would be like, there you are. I've been waiting. But because of the reality that we're in, I would put up my shield. I would put up my guard and make the excuse of being hurt and wounded. And I would say, you know, I'm good. Things are great, and it was great seeing you, and hope you're doing well. And then I would walk away. But that's not what I want to say. It would kill me to have to say that, but that's probably what I would say. But meanwhile, I've been waiting every day to hear from you. And, you know, the times that you did message me, I was in a space where I couldn't respond. I didn't know what to say. I didn't really respond from my truth. And that may have hurt you, and I'm truly sorry. But please know that wasn't the truth of what I really felt. So I'm sorry I didn't reply to you in the way that I really wanted, and in the way that you really needed. I don't want to get emotional again today, guys. Sweating. Oh, gosh. Page of Pentacles. So I'm really trying to, okay, so we're going back. These are channeled messages from your twin flame. So your twin flame is saying, I'm really focusing on balancing my life, not having you in it. And it's not easy, but I'm doing the best that I can. And it's really tough because for the first time, I really feel like I'm alone because I don't have you anymore. Because I don't feel like I have that support the way you were always there for me. And it's been really hard to face things alone. And I see now that before, when you were there, that I felt so supported, and I took that for granted. So now that you're gone, there's just this huge gaping space of where you used to be. And it's been so challenging for me to balance that feeling of emptiness with trying to live my life. And so I tend to stay really focused on stuff that I can work on so that I'm distracted from this void that I feel without you. And it hasn't been easy to balance. It hasn't been easy to not break down and really feel the loss of you, because I'm trying not to go there. I'm trying to live my life to be happy, even if it's without you. And that's probably the hardest thing for me at this time. Queen of Wands. So I still feel this spark between us, even if I haven't communicated. Even when I don't hear from you, I still feel this spark that no matter how much I try to like snuff it out, or I try to put out that flame, it's always there. It hasn't diminished. And if anything, it just keeps reminding me how I feel about you. And it's very frustrating because I try my best to not think of you, to be so involved in my life, and yet there you are, this spark of a reminder of how much I feel for you. But it makes me happy and it makes me sad. Some days it gives me this hope that maybe there is happily ever after. Maybe there is hope for us. And then there are days where I feel this spark and it's so strong that it consumes me. And sometimes it consumes me so much that it drags me into this pit of longing and despair. And that's when it's really hard. And that's when I want to run away the most, because it's so hard. But I'm trying to live my life and learn how to be happy without you. Okay. Let's see where you're at. So those are the channeled messages. So they were really intense. I was really getting like overheated, like I'm really starting to perspire. Maybe it's because of this dress. But replay it, because I was so drawn and guided to give you those messages. So please listen to them again, because I rarely do readings like this. I used to do a lot of channeled stuff, but I felt today really called to do that. So those are really powerful messages that are meant for you. And they're meant for you to take even deeper because of where your twin flame is at, because of where you're at, because of the timing, because of the healing that is going on in your life and on the planet. Things are shifting. Things are working behind the scenes to awaken you and your twin flame to the truth, to the truth of not only who you are, but who you are to each other and who you are to the world. They kind of go together. Once you truly discover who you are for yourself and in the world, you will discover your twin flame and the truth of what's going on in your connection. Okay? So yeah, these are really powerful. Let's continue on and see where you are at on the journey. Where are you at on the twin flame journey? Where are you at on the twin flame journey? Hope it's a beautiful day wherever you are, just as it is here. Hope you're having a great week. Where are you? Creativity, Page of Wands. Yeah, did we have Page of, no, that was Page of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles. Where are you at? We have the Lovers. So yeah, you're really being guided. So I want to say, like, this is the universe and this is you. You're learning something. You're learning something that has to do with you. So you're learning about you. You're taking these lessons, you're taking this guidance from the universe. And there's a part of you that's rejecting it, because there's a part of you that doesn't really want to believe what's going on. Like, you're like, no, that can't be going on in my connection. That can't be going on. And yet you see it every day in your timeline, on your explore page, on messages that pop up on social media. They're like, the universe is directly telling you what is happening in your connection, and you're like, no. Like, there is that rejecting I'm getting, is like you're rejecting the messages. Like, you'll listen to them, but then they go out the other ear, which all of us do, especially that rebellious inner teenager that's like, you don't know, you can't tell me what to do. And the universe is like, oh, yes, I can. And I say that with the most love, of course, because we're all in this together. I'm experiencing the same thing. I'm constantly getting messages, and there's that defiant part of us that's like, you don't know. You don't know what I'm going through. That can't possibly be true. It's just a coincidence that I get all of these messages all the time that pertain to my particular situation. And then we had the Five of Pentacles. What does that say? This is abandonment. So what I'm getting is that you've either abandoned the journey, but you're still keeping tabs. It's like you've abandoned the journey, and yet you're still curious what your twin flame is up to. I get it. Completely natural on the journey. Like, who hasn't done that? Even with a non-twin flame, like a soulmate or a karmic. There's something that keeps drawing you back, because there's a reason why you're being drawn back. So you've either abandoned ship and you're doing your best to move on. Maybe you're in another connection. Maybe you're being open and single and ready to mingle. Maybe you're preferring to stay single and, look for ways to empower yourself as a single person. Maybe you're quite content in a new connection. But I'm seeing here that even though you may have abandoned it, you're still keeping your toes in. Like there's a part of you is like I'm done with my twin flame. I'm done with the connection, but I'll still keep watching readings every day. It's okay. It's okay that you do that. You know what's drawing you back is the universe. And you abandoning the journey is you being defiant and rebellious, and you're like, universe, you don't know, only I know, and this is what's right for me. And the universe is so patient and will be like, there, you think you know, but I have much bigger and better plans for you. And you're like, nope, I'm fine where I am. So you've abandoned ship, but there's still part of you that is hanging on because you're curious. You're curious about where your twin flame is at. You're curious about how they really feel. And after these messages, you know that you were right. You know how they really feel because you feel it inside. When you're in a high vibration, and that's when you know you can trust your intuition. When you're in a high vibration and you're tuning in to feel what's there, is there love? Like, do they still feel the same? And you're like, oh my God, there's still love there. And then you're like, slam that door shut again because it's so intense. But you're like, damn it, yes, we still love each other. So it's like, what do I do? That is a very good question, because the next card we have is the Lovers. So you still love them. You know that, I know that, and the universe knows that. There's no denying. But even though you are so intertwined, as these two figures are, you're both kind of looking in a different direction. You're not really focused on coming together yet. You want it, they want it, but there's this rejecting it at the same time, abandoning it at the same time. So I'm getting this message. If all of a sudden they knocked on your door and they're like, you know what, I still love you, I can't be without you, what are the chances that you are going to open your arms and accept them? If they did that today, what are the chances that you say, okay, yes, I'm ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to make that long-term commitment when they knock on your door today? Because the universe is telling me, as much as you want it, there's still something that's holding you back from saying, yes, let's run away together. Although it sounds so good, it's like, yeah, you show up on my doorstep, let's run away. Or let's shack up and, let's just shack up and get it on. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean. There's a part of you that wants it, but yet rejects it. Because you're looking in a different direction. You're not even looking at your twin flame. There's something in your experience that's not allowing you to really open your arms and say, let's get it on. I'm not getting that vibe. But the universe is saying, you're ready. And then you might come back to the universe and say, well, they're not ready, and they weren't ready when I was ready, or they didn't say the words that I need to hear, or they didn't do the grand gesture for me because I want it, or they didn't apologize, or they didn't do something to show me that they're ready. And the universe says, your wish is my command. Oh, I hate that. Hate when the universe says that. So that's where you guys are at. You want it, but you don't. You're off the journey, but you're in. You want to be happy, but you're still looking over your shoulder, keeping tabs on your twin flame. And the funny thing is that they're doing the same thing. They're doing the exact same thing. I may as well have picked these cards for where they're at, because you're both at this place. And that's okay. It's okay. In the grand scheme of things, when you look back and you tell the story of your love story, it's almost going to be amusing, entertaining, ridiculous, humorous, funny at what you were both experiencing at this time when you look back. When you're far into the future with your twin flame and you look back on today, you're going to be like, that was hilarious what we were doing. But that's our ego part of us, right? Yeah, the universe is like, okay, this is how it's gonna go, and you know, it is possible for you. You just have to believe. You have to believe in what you want. And you're like, so dramatic. I wanted to be an actress when I was 5 years old. I think I have a knack for it. I'm very animated. But that didn't come later until I, was in my 50s. I was very, in my 30s, I was very, what's the word? You know when somebody says to you like, no, that's too crass of when you're so uptight. I was going to use a different phrase, and thank goodness I didn't say that, because that would have sounded horrible. But in my 30s, I was so uptight. And I always thought I was this like free spirit, but I was very uptight. I started easing, like relaxing in my 40s. In my 50s, it's a whole nother like discovery of who I am, but I digress. We shouldn't be uptight. That's what I don't even know how I started talking about that. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, let's go. Time's wasting, Jade. Okay, so that's where you guys are at. And that's okay. But it's just, I didn't want to leave this alone. Like, I can't move on, because I feel like, well, what are we supposed to do? If that's really what the universe is saying, like, what do we do? Because there's a part of you that's denying it. There's a part of you that's, I can be happy without it. And yes, you can definitely still be happy. You are happy. There's just that aspect of your connection that's like, oh, I miss them. Or there's never been a connection like that one. It's like one of a kind. Do I just forget about it? And the truth is you can't forget about it. You really, really can't. Okay. Let us see where your twin flame is at on the journey. Let's see where they're at in their situation, in their circumstance. Where are they at when it comes to you? Where are they at when it comes to you? And this one. Cool. What's this? Page of Voices. So this is like Page of Swords. They're wanting to communicate, just as I was picking up earlier with the channeled messages. But they're not able to. Like they want to reach out to you. But if they're not like really watching you on social media, they're tuning into you, and what they're getting is that you've checked out. See how there's these, like, this is you like dancing around your twin flame. They're trying to reach you. They're trying to use like telepathy and be like, okay, they're trying to tune in. Where are you? Where are you at? They really want to know where you're at, because to them you've completely checked out. You've moved on. That you look happy. You seem happy. You know, but you look at them and you say the same thing. So this is basically like a one for all reading. So they're trying to feel you and be like, do you even care about me? Do you even care about me? They don't know. So they're trying to reach you. They may be even trying to do some tactics. And when I say tactics, please don't be triggered. I just chose this word because it's, for example, they may post something to get a reaction out of you. That's what I mean by tactics. And it's never to hurt you. It's always to see where you're at. If you really care, if you still love them, because they don't know. They've been trying to use their mental abilities or to reach out, and like they can't find you. You've checked out. And so they're trying to message you and they can't connect. So itchy. They're like, man, my twin flame. And sometimes these tactics are like unconscious. They'll do something, they'll post something, and unknowingly like dig, or it's a jab to you. Or they could do this other tactic of not post at all, so you have no idea what's going on with them, and it's just these games and they never end. They never end. As long as we have egos, as long as we're in these human flesh costumes, they will continue because it's part of our human nature. But our higher selves know the truth. And it's almost amusing to see what our human side does when it comes to love. We're just goofy when it comes to love. That's a quote from a movie. It's an older movie with Keanu Reeves, Diane Keaton, Jack Nicholson. It's one of my favorite movies. Oh, we're just goofy when it comes to love. That is what she says. That's what Diane Keaton says in the movie. Anyway, if you know it, please comment below. It's a good movie. I love it. So we're just goofy when it comes to love, and we do these stupid things, and your twin flame is going to even like post a lot of stuff as if they've totally moved on, or they're doing great, or because they don't know where you are. So they're trying to have you react and maybe even respond. But don't do that if you're triggered, because it never ends well. It really doesn't. You get triggered and then you post something that, you know, to retaliate. Please, 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 I beg of you, do not do that, especially when you're triggered. Just both of you will go spiraling like backwards. But if that happens, it's okay too. There's no right or wrong way to do the journey. There's no right or wrong way. So they're still connecting with you. They're wanting to connect with you, as we heard in the channeled messages, which you might be saying, okay, when I was hearing the messages, it resonated and it felt like real. And then by the time, like, after this reading, you'll have forgotten them. It's that resistance. They can't really feel that way about me. Oh, yes, they can. And they do. The universe, the universe is telling me to get these messages out to you, even if they sound ludicrous. And I never say that word. Knight of Voices, Knight of Swords. Yeah. So Page of Swords, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is like really rushing in. Like, it's almost like this desperate energy of, I need to contact them. I need to bring them back to the journey. Even if I can't do anything about it, I just want to bring them back to the journey and sit them right there and say, don't you move. Stay on the twin flame journey. Yeah, there's this energy of, I need to get them back. They need to get you back. Maybe they're even message you or travel to just by chance be in your area and by chance run into you, because that's what they really want, right? They want you to run into them in their hood, in their area. But I'm seeing with this Knight of Swords, this Knight of Voices, they might be doing that. They may even just, maybe they planned it or by chance are in your area and they're wanting to run into you because they want to pick you up and put you back on the journey. Very interesting. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. So things are really changing for them. Something on their end has really opened up and turned, the energy of the Wheel of Fortune has turned them to open up to possibility. So all of a sudden, they woke up one day and they're like, we're supposed to be together. What am I doing here? It's like, it was all a dream, and they woke up where they are, and they're like, I'm in the wrong place. I need to be with my twin flame. So their vibe is, where the heck are you, twin flame? Why have you left the journey? Like, they're really wanting you back. The Devil card. So just like how I picked up for you that, the universe is giving you signs of, okay, this is your twin flame, you're meant to be in union, blah, blah, blah. And the universe is saying that to them too. But there's a part of them that is also listening to their ego, and their ego is saying, no, that's not true. Don't go down that path again. That's history. You have a better chance of happiness with this person or this person, Or how about this person? Or maybe that person? Or maybe an ex? So there's that temptation, that side of their ego that is convincing them to not pursue you or the twin flame connection. Which, again, I'm saying, like, this is identical to what you're doing. The universe is showing you, but you're like, I don't think that's right, because you're in your mind. But when you drop into your heart and you're like, that feels right. That feels right. So they're being tempted, even though they're having all this, like, for them it's more like internal. Their feelings are expanding to embrace your connection and the journey. Even though every part of them is rejecting it because it's hard, takes work. You could crush their heart and, you know, you could reject them. They're putting everything on the line. And it's like with the Devil card, do you really want to risk it again? Do you really want to go down that route again? So they want it. They want it. Something has shifted in their life, that they're almost consumed by you and their love for you. And I feel like that's what has kept you from completely detaching. Because even if there's nothing going on, there's still like the runner-chaser energy that is happening. So you could be in completely different lives on opposite sides of the earth, haven't talked to each other in who knows how long, but there is now this chaser dynamic that they're chasing you, and you're like, yeah, that's more like it. You better chase me because I was chasing you and we never got anywhere. Does that really make sense? Doesn't. Because we're just goofy when it comes to love. What's it called? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. As Good as It Gets? Is that the name of the movie? Diane Keaton, Jack Nicholson, Keanu Reeves, Amanda Peets. Who else is in it? It's a great movie. It's one of my favorite classics that I watch like every year. Okay, so that's where they're at. Where are we? Okay. Let's see some guidance for you. Guidance for you. Guidance for you. Let's see what the guidance is for you. Yeah, like what to do. Because you're both in the same... You're both doing the same thing. And in the 3D, it may not look like it at all. But energetically, you're both doing the same thing. You're both on the journey. You haven't left. You really haven't. They haven't either. They haven't either. Okay, these want to come out. Guidance for you. Two of Cups. Union. This is guidance for you. So the universe is saying, as much as you deny it, the more out of alignment you are. And I don't mean to sound harsh, but it is really basically a universal truth. When we're not truly being who we are, we're out of alignment. So you're meant to be this amazing, beautiful, outstanding, all-powerful, free, sovereign, supreme being that is capable of anything and everything. But when we are showing up in life as not that, we are completely out of alignment. So the universe is saying, when you're denying this love, when you're denying who you love, when you're denying that they love you, you are out of alignment. And then the universe is saying, you are out of here. No. But yeah, I can feel like that because you don't feel like, you feel like something's off. When you're denying love, especially of your twin flame, something's off. Something is off. And the universe is saying, well, yeah, because you're out of alignment. And some of us are so used to being out of alignment, we don't know any better. Like I'm hearing, like, I don't think I've ever been to a chiropractor, but the message is like, when you've never been to a chiropractor and you get your back aligned, you're like, oh my God, that's so much better. I didn't know that life could be like this. So it's the same thing with your love and being in alignment. You don't know what that feels like, so being out of alignment just feels normal. But the guidance here is that the universe is calling you out, saying you're out of alignment. Not just you, we all are. We all are out of alignment. And our life's journey, especially the twin flame journey, is about coming back into alignment on every level, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. That's the journey. Healing our bones to get back into alignment. And being in alignment means we accept everything that we are, and we can be everything that we are. But we're all just so used to being out of alignment, and this is the journey. Welcome to the journey. The Empress card. You are this Empress, whether you're male, female, or otherwise. You are this Empress being, one who is loving, nurturing, giving, receiving, intuitive, sovereign, good in business, good in sustaining yourself, good in being of service to others, a good parent, not just that sense of a parent, but you're a good parent to you. You have everything that it takes within you. You are this beautiful sovereign being. You are the most powerful being. We have just been conditioned in this world to believe that we're not. And that's okay, because, that's the adventure we signed up for. We're like, let's completely wipe our memories of our amazing awesomeness, and let's go through life, feeling the opposite. And then let's gradually wake up to remembering our true selves. It's a game of life. So the universe is saying, remember who you are. You are sovereign. You are sovereign in your world. You call the shots. So focus on what you want. So focusing on love, peace, harmony, fulfillment, freedom, sovereignty, prosperity, abundance, wellness, well-being, perfect health, perfect body, perfect health on every level, making a difference in the world, being completely in a energy of self-care and self-love so that you overflow to give others. embracing all aspects of ourselves, the light and the dark, feeling fulfilled completely in every area of life. That's the message from the universe. That's the guidance for you. Remember. And when you focus on that, every day will unfold that will help you feel that and remember who you truly are. And you will be that in the world. Page of Cups. So the universe is saying it's okay wherever you're at. Baby steps. It doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't need to happen overnight. Take as much time as you need, but also with the knowledge that you have, you can't sleep on it anymore. With the knowledge you have regarding your twin flame, regarding your love for each other, regarding your financial situation, your job, your career, your purpose in the world, you have all the information. The universe is saying you can't sit on it, but you can take baby steps. And that's what the universe is wanting for you. That even if you can't totally embrace union, because it is so darn intense to be in a high vibration of harmony and unconditional love and compassion every day, that, it's understandable why twin flames aren't completely prepared. But Page of Cups, the universe is saying, prepare yourself for ultimate union. Prepare yourself and do whatever you need to do on your end, because the universe is making sure that your twin flame is preparing on their end. So this is really like a teamwork dynamic between you, your twin flame, and the universe. The universe is guiding both of you, and twin flames are stubborn because of our attachment to our ego and our need to feel safe and to stay safe and not get hurt. But the universe is saying, I got you. We're in this together. You're not meant to do this alone. You're not meant to do this alone. The universe has your back in all ways. Just trust. Ask for help when you need it. Ask the universe. Ask your angels. Ask your guides. And they will show up for you. Because all you have to do is ask. Another Page of Pentacles. So the universe is really saying, look at everything you've accomplished so far, and look at the baby steps that you took to get there. Look at the courage that you had to have to build what you have in your life right now. It took you courage to be where you are, even where you're living right now. That took courage. It took courage to connect with your twin flame and put yourself out there and be like, I love you. Like, do you love me? That took courage. It took courage for you to step back when your heart was breaking, when your heart was being broken. It took you courage to take the time for yourself to heal. It took courage for you to go in a different direction, to make change in your own life, to let go of things, to let go of people. It took you courage. It took you courage to move across the world. It took you courage to take that trip, to start that business, to make a new friend, to start a YouTube channel or an Instagram page, or start being of service. It took you courage. So the universe is saying, look at all those times that you did amazing. The universe is reminding you how amazing you are, and never to forget that. And that where you are now on the journey is a little glitch. It's part of what is making your love story epic. You have an epic love story. And when people watch your love story, in the theaters, on TV, on Netflix, on Prime, whatever else. You know, when people watch your epic love story, they are going to be brought to tears because of everything that you both went through to be together. That's where you are now. It's just like a glimpse of a segment of that movie. And a lot of the times in these love stories, these epic love stories, there's some kind of separation. But no matter what kind of separation it is, in the end, you always end up together. And that's the part that inspires us, that motivates us to never give up hope for something that we want. So the universe is saying, I get where you're at, but please don't forget your greatness. Don't forget your greatness. Because every day that we spend out of alignment, it's because we were forgetting our greatness. But the universe is ever patient. The universe has all the time in the world for you to get there. Your journey is your journey. And as much as everyone wants it overnight, like miraculously, it is possible. Because if you believe that it will take sooner than like later, that is your truth. But if there's a part of you, like the real part of you, that really isn't ready for this union, accept that. And be okay with not only where you're at, whether you're kind of on the journey, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, kind of off the journey, but keep looking back. And you, if your twin flame is seemingly off the journey, what was my point? So even if, you seem somewhat off the journey, I distracted myself from what I was going to say. Just know that, be in acceptance of that. And when you are in true acceptance of where you're at and where they're at, things shift and move in your favor. And even if you don't see the shift and movement in your twin flame connection, you will begin to see the shifts in other areas of life. Maybe you're feeling more energized. You have more energy to do things. You have the courage to try new things. You have the courage to continue things that you used to do, that you used to love. You have the courage to really look at how you're doing and say, where do I need healing? Where do I need to come back into alignment? So that's how you know that things are shifting. And the way we do that is to just be in complete acceptance for everything that is happening. Acceptance is key. Acceptance is a form of unconditional love for yourself, that no matter what is happening or where things are at, you love yourself and you're in acceptance. That whatever is happening is for the highest good. So, okay, I was going to end the reading, but I want to say what's coming up for you. What's coming up for you? Can we please see what's coming up for you in your twin flame? Then we can close off the reading. What's coming up for you? Okay, we'll take 3. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the Hermit. We have the Death and Rebirth. Ooh, I just got goosebumps. So the universe, the angels are like, okay, this is a big message for you. What's coming up? Wands. I see this as your connection coming back to life, whether you want it or not. Because I'm seeing with the Seven of Wands, you're kind of still, what's the word? Like you're rejecting it, or you're denying it, or you're still in that vibe of, I'm not going down that road again. I know. But you're gonna have this awakening. And it's like the love is reawakening in your heart. This is a rebirth of your connection. What you've experienced is to level you up, to be open to a higher vibration of love and consciousness and awakening. So, like, I'm seeing with the Seven of Wands, it keeps pulling my direction because you're still kind of like fighting it until you finally awaken and you accept it. So it really is just kind of, you know, completing the reading with everything that was said, and you're going to have this rebirth. You are rebirthing yourself into the new you, and you're going to love this new you because the universe is giving you a glimpse through this Empress card. Now again, it doesn't matter if you're male, female, or otherwise. The universe is saying this is who you truly are, and you're awakening to that greatness. And that alignment is going to bring you everything that you ever wanted. And not only that, is you're going to believe it. Because this is a huge rebirth. It's almost going to be hard for you to deny it. There's going to be something in your being, like a switch, that doesn't work anymore. That when you get scared, you turn on the switch and you go back to sleep. And that switch no longer functions. Through this reawakening, that switch of, okay, I'm going to turn this off because I don't want it. I don't want to look at it. I want to reject it. This is new. This is weird. I just want things the way they were. I just want to feel safe. There is no safety switch anymore, my darlings, because you're going to be able to sustain yourself without that switch, without that safety switch, because you are rebirthing yourself to your sovereign being. And with that comes all the perks. Comes all the perks that you want is there for you. And then you hear the doorbell ring, and in the midst of your awesomeness and beingness in the world, you hear the doorbell. And guess who it is? It's the mailman. No, just kidding. It's your twin flame. It's your twin flame because they are the ding cherry on top of your amazing self. They can't help but be drawn to you. Now, in this process of you becoming your amazing self, which you are, the process is the shedding of the layers of forgetfulness. So once you've taken off all the layers, what? Oh, there's more. Okay, take off more layers. Whew, I didn't know there were so many more layers, more layers. It's like Joey on Friends where he has all those layers of clothes on, of Chandler's. More layers, more layers. And then it's you. You're amazing. So in that process of you taking off all those layers, your twin flame is doing the same. So if you're both kind of on different timelines, just know that it's happening. It's part of the process. Sometimes it takes both of you time to catch up with one another, but it's not because one is better than the other. Of course not. It's because it's just circumstance and timing and remembering and not being resistant. So that's your reading, the end. Okay, I think I've taken up enough time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this was entertaining, at least for you. Because you watched it to the end, I want to offer you a special on all my services. So please message me to take $20 off all my services, all readings. Wherever you find a price for a reading, you take $20 off because you are amazing. So thank you for sharing this amazing space with me. Thank you for being there so that I can express myself in this way, shape, form, and manner. Because my inner child likes being on camera, likes the color, likes being animated, likes the attention. So I do this for my inner child, but I also do it because it's my calling. I've loved cards, like playing cards, since I was so young. And I've always been into the arts, like the intuitive kind of arts. Anyway, so yeah, you know what I'm saying. So thank you so much. Book your personal twin flame reading with me and receive $20 off, but mostly to have more insight into your specific situation, because my readings pretty much always confirm what you already know. So that's always you can get a kick out of that by paying somebody, me, to already confirm what you already know. I do it too, so not to worry, but it's like guidance, that sometimes we just need confirmation, because sometimes we don't know how to trust our intuition. It took me a long time to really trust in it, so I get it. But that's what I'm here for. That's what part of my services are, to be of support and guidance to you on your twin flame journey through your own healing of your inner child. So please message me for $20 off on your inner child healings. I know there are a lot of you out there that want to have them, but you're just on the fence. So take advantage of this, because you're special, you're amazing, and because you deserve it. And I really want to thank you all so much for your support in watching these videos, for liking and subscribing, for following me on all my different channels and social media. I really love you and I appreciate you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for allowing me to do what I do that I really enjoy. And I just can't wait for what is coming for you. It's actually here right now. We just have to take off the sunglasses and set them down, and then so we can see. Sometimes we have like a lot of sunglasses. We gotta just keep taking them off so that we see the truth. And you know it's the truth when it resonates with you. When it resonates to the core, to the depth of your being, then you know that that's the truth. And eventually over time you begin to trust that. So thank you so very much. I acknowledge all of you for everything that you do. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of where you are on this journey. Even if you've stepped off and you're in a completely other new connection, and you're just keeping tabs to see where things are at. I get it. But I'm proud of you for being open. And that openness will only help you remember your greatness. So again, thank you all so very much. I love each and every one of you. And until next time, I am wishing you all so much love and peace. Mwah.